Forbes posted one of my petitions. That was the title of my petition, Learning Disabled Women Being Gang Stalked and Electronically Harassed, San Diego City Council and SDPD. And the government went and scrubbed it, or the connections to the gang stalking expedition went and scrubbed it off the internet. And I printed it. Thank God I printed it out first. And the this is the URL to it right here. I went to go access it, and over at USD, and nothing's coming up. It's coming up with some type of error code, so you can't even view it anymore. But the whole website that you could that it was showing up at, that's how I found it, is gone off the internet. You can't even find it anymore. But I printed it out, and this is it again. It was found when this was typed in. And this is part of the title of the petition. And the government literally came and flat out scrubbed it off the internet. I'm going to show you a couple other things here. This is the this is what they're using. The brain-to-computer interface (BCI) is mentioned in the remote neural monitoring file. Okay, and it's always done with implant. My implant locations are in the cranium, in the back of the head, and 2 or 3 places along the spinal column. 1 ear implant. Hypnotical programming, trigger words. The trigger words are what the gang stalkers repeat along your path, and you'll see on the same thing here how gang stalking is part of it. Gang stalking, hypnotic trigger words, and the trigger words are part of the neuro-linguistic programming, and they in turn, implants are activated. And here it says hypnotic trigger words trigger sensations of radiations, bad taste, unbearable fatigue, pain in inner organs, and headaches, and dizziness, and alike. And this is done because what they do is traumatize a target, which causes disassociation. And while this is occurring, they use neuro-linguistic programming, which, in other words, they engage in direct conversation tactics to say things and then repeat them as the target is being traumatized and disassociated. As a result, a neural circuit, a neural network, a neural pathway is formed while this is occurring. And while this is occurring, disassociation takes place. They identify and mark that neural circuit and then assign a number to it. They then interface that number of that circuit to the frequency of the RFID implant. Yeah, so whenever the trigger word is repeated, what they do is potentiate the trigger word to the neural network, okay? And as a result, the neural network that is directly fused with the implant, once the neural network is triggered, okay, through the audio cortex of hearing the trigger word, the neural network is activated, and as a result, the implant is activated, and then the implant causes all kinds of craziness to the body. It releases whatever it's programmed for. Now, I want you to look here because, ladies and gentlemen, this is literally what they did to me in Dearborn, Michigan. Notice on the front of the Science News, Mind over Machine, it's an implant on the top of a skull, person's head. See that? Well, look at this. That's the implant there that goes on the top of the head. And this right here, on this part of the head, is exactly where my head feels pings, electronic stings, and massive itching. Okay, and that's just one of the areas. Now here, right here, is a blog, Tortured Tunes by the ACLU. Okay? Pay close attention to comment number 6. And pay very close attention to comment number 1. My name is Leslie Williams. I make these video files to help Americans understand what is happening towards me in San Diego, California. It's a nationwide syndicate. You can go to Google and type in a gang stalking tech, everything you need to know. It's a manifesto of an individual who is a manager of gang stalking crews. He went offline, typed in who they are, who they're connected to, how they operate, and what they're about. And then he went to an internet cafe and posted it online, and it spread like wildfire in the gang stalking community that is online. This right here is gangstalkingworld.com. Okay, this is one of their web pages. In it, I believe what they've done is the government, I don't know if it was done through an NSA letter or what, but this website appears to be shut down or altered, because the last few times I went to go access it, it does not have the same features on it that it's had for the last few years. It's now presented in the format of WordPress blog. This right here was published by Now Public, which is a website that is run, it appears to be run by an ex-journalist who has been targeted as well. Listen to what he has to say. And this is the very flyer that I took into the San Diego District Attorney's Office on October 7th, 2011. And told them I was a human trafficking target, and that the San Diego police were directly involved in it, and that I was also being harassed by fire trucks, fire sirens, members of the fire department. And within 2 days, I was brutally assaulted on an MTS bus on October 10, 2011, and then MTS sent me an altered video of that assault. You can find that assault cop block, posted it on their webpage in January 7th, and you can find that YouTube video. It's a YouTube video, and they posted it on their webpage, Cop Block, COP Block, and you can go to YouTube and type in "learning disabled woman brutally assaulted on MTS bus" and look at what's in the comments feature of that video. Flat out proof that that assault was predicted 9 days before it happened, and the reason why that prediction was made was because I was brutally assaulted at a bus stop on August 17th, 2011, 9 days after I got here. And as a result of what I was experiencing from August 7th up to August 17th, and from August 17th up until October, and still today, the reason why I made that prediction was because every time I am preparing to reach out for help legally or to expose this through the government, like senators or whatever, they pull something big. And how are they able to ascertain how I'm preparing to do that? Through cyber surveillance over at USD and SDSU and at Point Loma Library. Yeah. And so they seen I was preparing to go to Barbara Box's office by printing out the privacy consent form over at USD, by emailing her, and they seen I was preparing to legally to go down there and take things with me that I was preparing, like letters and stuff, and so they had me brutally assaulted as a result on an MTS bus. And that's why I made the prediction, and the prediction came true 9 days later. What's the likelihood of that happening? I literally stated in the email file that there was a great likelihood I'd be assaulted either riding my bike, walking, or on public transportation, and within 9 days I was brutally assaulted on an MTS bus, and then MTS sent me an altered video. All you have to do, Vic Livingston is the one who made that report. And it says right here, okay, if it happened once, I'd say it could be a coincidence. But twice, 3, even, or 5 times, what they're basically doing is, what they do is they engage in police, they get the police and the fire trucks in the neighborhood to go by you with their sirens blasting right before or after or during an assault or an intimidation or a provocation or an accusation or an incident. And this is done to form the association in the target's mind that the police are not going to help you and that the police and fire department are involved in it. And it's also done to make the people that they get to put along your path to engage in these behaviors towards you, it's also done to remind them that they're protected. My name is Leslie Williams. I'm in San Diego, California right now, and the only thing I can suggest for you to do is thoroughly investigate organized stalking and or gang stalking, remote neural monitoring at YouTube, especially look at the NYC Chronicle videos, and to get a preliminary introduction in reference to how targets are even harassed about their own evoked potentials, which are their thoughts. Google remote neural monitoring extensively, and also YouTube and Google electronic harassment. Then also Google and YouTube organized stalking, gang stalking. I'm in San Diego, California. Today's date is April 29, 2012. I'm getting ready to go to Walmart's at Stonecrest Plaza. If anything happens towards me, about me, concerning me, around me, or against me, on my route to Walmart, and then I'm leaving from there to take the 928 bus to Hazard Center to then take the Green Line to SDSU. If anything happens towards me, about me, concerning me, around me, or against me along any of these routes today, it will be, and this includes the routes coming back to this area, it will be the direct concerted effort of this gang stalking expedition. April 29th, Sunday, at 9:09 a.m., I'm making this prediction. That includes anything happening at Walmart's, anything happening on my bus routes to get to Walmart, and to leave Walmart's to go back to Hazard Center, trolley station, at the Hazard Center trolley station, on the trolley, at SDSU, or coming back. Today's date is April 29, 2012. It will be the direct concerted effort of this organized stalking expedition, and this definitely includes any problems that happen at SDSU. My name is Leslie Williams.